first affirmative might not have covered in depth. The first is that under Prop 47, it keeps rapists, murderers, and child molesters in prison. It maintains the current law for registered sex offenders and anyone with prior convictions for rape, murder, or child molestation. Also, it reduces the collateral consequences of felony conviction for low-level crime. And also, it stops wasting prison space on low-level non-violent crimes. And also protects public safety by focusing law enforcement resources on violent and serious crimes and direct savings into programs to stop the cycle of the crime. Prisoners may only be released if they demonstrate that they are no longer a threat to public safety. As the first affirmative stated, about 10,000 inmates will be eligible for resentencing according to Lenore Anderson of Californians for Safety and Justice. I have an example of how under Prop 47 will help benefit. This happened early August 7, 2014, earlier this year. Jacob Lavarro, a 19-year-old, he was arrested for in possession of pot brownies in his apartment. Now, he's only 19 and he could be sentenced for life prison over marijuana. And he does not deserve a felony charge over marijuana brownies. The criminal offenders who commit certain non-serious crimes and non-violent drug and property crimes would be sentenced to reduced penalties. So under Prop 47, he would still be punished, but he would not be sent to life sentence for possession of mere pot brownies. According to Proposition 47, the fact sheet, California prisons are overcrowded with more individuals than it has the capacity to hold. California cut over $500 million from mental health programs between 2009 and 2012. According to LA Times, published in September 2014, California spends over $62,000 per prisoner each year, so that is like $10 billion overall, on its correction system. That is larger than the entire state budget over 12 other states. This expenditure might be worth it if we were safer because of it. But with so many offenders returning to prison, we are clearly not getting as much public safety or rehabilitation as we should for this large expenditure. And also, for a fun fact, for the past 30 years, 22 new prisons have been built, but only one university has been built. So we're throwing more money into arresting people than we are investing in people. And I have a study from American Academy of Political and Social Sciences. One reason the issue has become so pressing is a large and growing number of Americans who have criminal records, and the evidence that many of these Americans are effectively shut out of the job market. According to one 2010 study, 12 million to 14 million people have felony convictions in 2008, and half of them spent time in prison. For people with criminal records, the difficulty finding work can persist for years, even if there is little evidence that they are risky employees. Research by Carnegie Mellon criminologist has found that even after 7 to 10 years, ex-convicts are no more likely to reoffend than the general population. But for employers worried about death, workplace violence, or other issues, there's little evidence for that to take chance. I also have, and since Prop 47 hasn't passed, if we revoke it, it would also affect our communities. Children with incarcerated mothers are more likely to live in foster care, drop out of school, and become, as the jargon goes, justice involves. At-risk children who don't receive high-quality early child education are 60% more likely to never attend college, and 70% more likely to be arrested for a violent crime, according to Ounce of Prevention Fund in 2014. And I would like to say there are many supporters for Prop 47, and just to name a few, including Netflix CEO Reed Hastings, more popular supporting artists like Jay-Z or John Lennon, and NAACP are very outstanding opponents. As of publication date of October 30th, supporters have raised nearly $11 million compared to just $500,000 that opponents have been able to garner. So that means there are a lot of supporters for it because they realize that because before Prop 47 was passed, nothing was working out. We were still having problems. And it's not difficult to see why it's generating such a broad range of support. According to California, thinkprogress.com, an excerpt from it in October 30, 2014, beyond the fiscal aspect, Proposition 47 is a matter of social justice. One of the most common barriers of many of my clients had was the struggle with moving beyond their criminal record. John Bearders, policy director of the Housing California, who works with individuals who are homeless or in poverty.